It's a sign that out-of-state law enforcement is using misinformation to try and recruit Denver police officers, or at least send a message. And this is a big old sign, a billboard in Denver, paid for by the sheriff's office up in Laramie County, Wyoming. It says, "Work in Wyoming, where breaking the law is still illegal and cops are funded." Laramie County Sheriff Bill Kozak says he is extending this offer to Denver police to come work with him because he says Denver, quote unquote, defunded police to fund migrant services. A charitable interpretation of the sheriff's claims is that they are misleading. It also presumes that you and we do not know a whole lot about the Laramie County Sheriff's own history or his office's own budget. But first, let's dive into what he says about Denver, all right? The sheriff from Wyoming is talking about the $8 million that DPD is cutting from its budget as part of citywide budget cuts to address the migrant crisis. It's 1.9% of DPD's annual budget. Denver's police chief says the cuts will have no change in the number of officers deployed on the street, no changes in recruiting classes, no changes in any public-facing services. Denver Mayor Mike Johnson says that calling that action defunding the police is a willful mischaracterization.
Some of them were capital cuts, things like delaying new furniture purchases in some of the police department buildings. And so they really tried to focus on places that were not public facing.
We were able to make sure that we provide all of our core services without having any impact on the budget at all.
We are curious if the Laramie County, Wyoming sheriff would see any drop in law enforcement spending as defunding the police, because we looked it up and his agency saw a spending drop 3 times the percentage size of what Denver is doing. That happened a couple years back. So we asked him, did they defund their police up there? He declined to say because he was not in his current position at the time. That's fair enough. At that point, he was with the Cheyenne Police Department, where actually he chose to do what he is now criticizing Denver for, using discretion not to enforce certain low-level citations. In his case, it was pandemic-era public health orders.
When I was police chief, we made the decision that we would not enforce the mask regulations, and that's because of our conservative approach here. We just did not believe that's a position that government should be in.
Now, it remains to be seen if Laramie County is going to poach people from DPD. Denver police were all too happy to note today that they pay officers about $24,000 more per year than Laramie County, with a wider pay gap for higher ranks.